We are on our way to El Portico, the Portico. Yeah, so there's this famous telenovela, Culpación de Gavilanes, and it's set in this place. It's a restaurant now, but yeah, we're gonna go and take pictures there. No, es este, sí, mira, Cristian, toda la razón. Aquí a la izquierda. ¿No es este? No. Esto parece.
Mire, casi nos echan los hormigas ahí. Que este no es el pórtico, es allá.
Bueno, es que quiero conocer esto.
I just wants to see the houses. Me encanta los muros así. No, este no es, padre.
No, es que quiero ver qué es.
Le tocó disimular.
He just has to pretend that he wanted to see them on purpose.
¿Qué quedarán en todas esas entradas? Raro.
Pues, una propiedad, amor.
No, debe ser un negocio, ¿no? ¿Cuál es un
American film when they're in Latin America, isn't it?
Ah, con el filtro. Ah, entrada por la portería de la... That's the entrance. That's the house. Wow. Sí, es al real.
Yeah, I think it's close.
¿Qué hacemos?
They're building like a whole new road, like double carriage road right in front of it, which is a shame because it was like a nice back road. But look at the views around here, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. It's Mount. So what did they say to us, Ashley?
It's close to the public, but we can drive in, and the cheese empanadas are great.
So you got a private tour?
Oh, we have a private tour, of course.
Ya más ratico vamos a la casa.
Did you think a lot of staff work and live on site?
Oh, nah, I mean it's quite close to the city, probably not.
Hotels here as well? Or is it just...
I guess it's just restaurants and stuff, and events, I think, is what they do a lot of.
Yeah,
A lot of
it's
events.
beautiful to have an event here.
The mayor's house. I think they tried to make it like a little village at one point, like a western village.
Yeah.
Do you remember the statues? Because they had those even then, didn't they? ¿Pero esto era un pueblito antes o cómo era?
Luego fue creciendo y ahora los propietarios tienen distintas casas y viven aquí algunos de ellos. ¿Viste en el cielo los gavilanes?
Gavilanes. That's the hawks.
Oh, yeah.
This is Passion of the Hawks.
Este es el salón principal en donde estuvimos hace muchos años con Nicolás en una fiesta, una gran fiesta. Muy, muy chévere. Y pues con la iluminación de fiesta y el sonido y todo esto, pues el ambiente es absolutamente fascinante. Los espacios son geniales y tienen un encanto chéverísimo.
No ha cambiado tanto, ¿no?
No, está igual. Este es el salón principal en donde estuvimos.
This is the principal
Hace muchos
stage.
años con Nicolás en una
Yeah,
fiesta,
so
una gran fiesta.
when I was like 18 or something, I came and I was working as a simultaneous translator for a tourism event, and then they had the after party here.
Wow.
So there were like chairs all around here. There was like entertainment.
Los espacios son geniales.
Beautiful.
Tienen un encanto chéverísimo.
Has it changed a lot since?
No, no ha cambiado tanto, no? It hasn't changed much, really.
So they still hold events here?
Yeah, they do events here all the time.
Está igual, digo.
Yeah,
Yeah, beautiful.
no me acuerdo mucho esa noche.
Was this
I don't remember that night that well.
Oh yeah.
Es cierto que las partes de esto estarían aquí desde la conquista, ¿cierto?
Claro. Conquista no, pero colonia sí.
No, I think it might be around the other side. Un balcón todo peligroso. Sí, creo que sí,
Sí, es toda hijo, la parte estructural típica de las iglesias. Porque todo esto era la iglesia.
Time of the conquest of the colony. So there's like wet cement to protect the brick. No, mujer. So he's saying that those pots there, they actively put water in it to keep it moist, so the moss starts to grow on it because they like that look of ancient kind of brickwork. And you can see here as well, this is like a newer building over here. And what they do is they throw like wet cement in there.
Oh, gee. Oi.
They throw wet cement in there so you can see like the difference in thickness of like all the layers and layers that build up over the years.
Wow.
So I think this would have been around since like it's an old hacienda, so some parts of it would have been around since like the time of the conquest and the colony. So there's like wet cement to protect the brickwork underneath.
You're in your Irish jumper. Portico.
My Aran jumper.
Aran.
He wants to see Norma in there. Oh.
Norma. Uy.
Que todos los recovecos y los huequitos y... Vamos a las caballerizas. Sí. ¿Será que por allá es donde hacían la casa? ¿Donde el muro? I don't know where they built there.
Esa escultura ya.
Morenado over there.
Es que yo quiero hacer una escultura en hierro sobre el...
¿Tú sabes lo que yo quiero?
Sí.
¿Te acuerdas? El meteorito.
El tronco de madera.
It would be nice to see what it looks like When it's busy, yeah.
Qué chévere verlo lleno de gente y pues vivo.
Yeah.
It changes a lot when you're full of life. Y cambia mucho cuando está lleno, ¿cierto?
Pero también es un privilegio poderlo ver así vacío.
Sí. Me vuelvo el sombrero que era solo por las fotos. It's just for the pictures I had to have.
Oh yeah.
Cuéntale que es un privilegio verlo así.
It's a privilege to see it empty as well.
Yeah.
We're really lucky.
Although,
That's where yeah, you're right. That is exactly where the balcony was. Que aquí es donde habían construido un balcón todo.
Sí. No, ese era por el otro lado, por donde entramos. Mira la piedra molina.
Millstones.
ooh,
La piedra donde deben de poner. Mira un arado de tierra.
Ah, the plow.
ooh.
En Almería tienen una villa así que es como western. Que la gente tenga This is where all the hot panting happens.
Oh yeah.
All the lusting. Aquí es donde están todas las escenas. Que ven a los novios.
Ooh. Oh, it's a lot cooler.
Qué belleza de casa. Beautiful house. And this is where they did all the horse training in the show.
And whipping.
Yeah, they had a corral in here, and so that's where all the lusty scenes happened.
The swampy jungle.
This one, la selva panchanosa, diría.
Que antes construían las casas
Before they would build the houses,
y era construcción en claustro.
and it was like a cloister.
Mm.
El claustro es como un patio y la construcción alrededor. Cuando las fincas eran de producción, entonces por ejemplo, organizamos carretas y descargaban todos los materiales que recogían de la cosecha y todo. Entonces hacían, daban la vuelta, mira un fuelle.
Para la forja,
Oh look,
What
it's
a forge, bellows.
yeah, it's massive.
huge bellows. Look, these are like the where when all bad stuff happened.
Norma.
Mira lo que te decía de las cosechas. Se cogen las cosechas, se traen.
So they bring all the harvest and they bring it here to like the cloister and spread them out into all the storehouses.
Repartían las cosas de la cosecha. Según lo que.
Y ese tipo de
Antique.
muebles muy típico de las fincas en Colombia, ¿no?
Sí, sí.
This style of furniture is very, very typical of like the big farmhouses in Colombia,
Wow.
especially like these notches as well, con los huequitos así, ¿cierto? Let's take a picture here, Cristina. En Almería tienen una villa así que es como que hacen westerns. Deberían hacer eso acá. Fiestas y que la gente venga vestida así de... This is where all the hot panting happens. All the lusting. Aquí es donde están todas las escenas que están todas. Qué belleza de casa. Beautiful house. Christina wants us to go upstairs actually. Yeah, they said we're allowed to walk around. Gallery. Beautiful view. Put it there. Let's pause and take a picture from here.
Look.
Don't go in there. So we actually met the owner of the place, didn't we? So he was telling us the history of it, and it's a lot cooler than I realized, because we thought it was kind of like a building, you know, from like the not ancient times, but like, you know, colonial times, and they just added more stuff to it. But apparently, like in the 60s, so his father, they had, this was like a dairy farm and a ranch. Oh, they're going to let us into the chapel, so we're going to be back in a bit. This is the chapel.
Wow.
Even like the tiles, they look exactly like the church tiles do, like proper ones.
I wonder if they just like got them from churches that were being torn down. These look like antiques.
See? See? This is apparently the guy said to go upstairs so you can have a look at it.
Oh yeah.
Sí. Ya, es que estaba mirando acá abajito. The Stations of the Cross. Pero mucha de esta arte no es de los 60. ¿No? Esto no es de los... El arte inglés. ¿Será que lo compraron cuando las propiedades de las iglesias renovaron sus cosas y todo, no?
O tesoros de familia. Las familias guardaban sus obras religiosas y
Could be like the families would sometimes save their kind of religious art and stuff like that, or also when churches were being remodeled, it could sometimes be because of that they bought that up.
Ooh.
For example, in San Jose, there used to be a really beautiful church, and they redid it in like a really 70s style, and then they just got rid of all the other ancient things.
It's a shame, but
He said, the guy said we can go and peek upstairs.
is this the confessional box?
Sí, para la confesión.
Confesión. Y para el bautizo.
And for the baptism.
Bautismo.
That's the Holy Person, that's for baptism.
Sí.
Las estaciones de la cruz.
Yo uso creo que esto sea, no, esto debe ser
Comprado de se está destruyendo. Como el abuelo Jorge no hizo eso con las columnas, y esas columnas, ¿qué pasó con eso?
se están en la casa.
Pero no que quitaron varias para...
Nico. Uy.
Mira, aquí sí se ve que es más moderno. You can see the modern part here.
There's the bell.
En la vuelta hay 4 casas hacia la parte de allá. A cada hijo le construyó su casa de una manera única. Cada una tiene un estilo y eso obviamente se
Según
ve en
el
el
gusto
pórtico.
de,
Sí.
de cada
Entonces,
¿Todos son
Alejandro.
hombres?
No, son 2 mujeres, 2 hombres.
Two boys, 2 girls.
Alejandro es hijo de una de las dueñas, sobrino de Don Jorge.
Ah.
Y vivían acá, lo que pasa es que ya los hijos de ellos, pues a la de mi jefe, los hijos ya están casados organizados.
So we were saying, sorry, back to the story. So this used to be a dairy farm back in the 60s, and the family have owned it for a long time, but there was nothing here. And then in the 64, in the Plaza de Bolívar, so the main square in Bogota, they were demolishing some of the houses because they wanted to build government buildings, and in those times they didn't really treasure history really. In Colombia, so they were demolishing it. They were just throwing all that stuff away. You know, one of the main historical houses in the center of the city, or the capital, and they were just going to throw it all in the bin. So the owner of this place, he saw that, and he saw that they were demolishing some arches, like stone arches. I'll show you guys in a bit. And they were going to demolish it, and then the guy was like, "I want to buy it." So the people were like, "Yeah, of course, take it. It's rubbish. It's trash." So he bought the arches and he put it just behind here, just at the front. So he saved like that lovely bit of history. But he was saying that there was not the owner of the place he was telling us, his dad bought it, and there was nothing here. He just had that and the dairy farm, and then his dream was to have a bullfighting ring. So his wife came up with an idea at one point to start like a shop. So he had she started a little building somewhere, built it up. And then as time went on, they started adding more and more buildings in the style of kind of like an hacienda from the colony. And what the guy did is that he used to go to, every time he heard that there was a demolition, an old kind of historical house was being torn down, he'd go in and he'd buy all of the woodwork. He'd buy, I mean, these aren't that new, but you'll see in the chapel, you see the tiles, they're really like the glazing, that the kind of stuff that you can only get after hundreds of years of use. So a lot, this is all new, but actually it's kind of like a collection of saved history from all around Colombia. And like the chapel, absolutely beautiful. And again, this when churches were like, we're going to destroy all the stuff we have and we're going to build a brand new state-of-the-art church in 1970s architecture, and it would look fancy for 10 years, but then 20 years later, 30 years later, it just looks awful. And so there's a lot of lost history that was saved here, and it's like a weird collection of random bits and woodwork and antiquities and like fountains and stuff like that. So we thought it was an actual hacienda from back in the day, but It's not. It's kind of like a collection of many haciendas. Yeah, it's like a living museum almost.
No, I think it's even better. Like he's kind of preserved Colombian history.
It's amazing. Yeah, because all of this would have just gone into dumps.
Yeah.
It would have just gone to like landfill basically, and they've saved it really. And so the gentleman that we met, he was the son of the guy that built this, and he showed us around. He told us the history. It was amazing, really, really cool. And I think these houses here, the original owner, he built them for his children. Sorry, perdón. Tranquila. This is a nice, lovely dog. So he built 4 houses for his 4 children, all in different architectural styles. So this is kind of where his children live. Yeah, they said we could go everywhere, really.
Very cozy.
Yeah, like so nice. Yeah, we got really lucky.
So are these just accommodation?
I think these are the houses of the children of the original owner.
So they still have their houses?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
live up all.
No, they live here.
Oh wow.
So like this area is like for them, but then over there is like the event spaces.
Cool.
Such a good idea, isn't it?
That's really nice to do.
Yeah. Christina ringing the bell. Ooh, we have a classic car lover over there. A little beautiful Jeep. I just can't get over the view of the mountains and how beautiful it looks.
Kind of old westerns, American westerns.
It's all around the fountains and like
Fountains.
another hidden treasure. Oh, esos son los que me encantan ese. Uy, convertible. Exaltation of work
Herda Western Door
de Núñez.
de Núñez.
O sea,
Febrero 3 de 1916, mayo 30 de 1996.
Esto tiene cara de ser hecho en Ráquira.
Parece. It's in Ráquira, it's like an artisanal town, and it looks like that kind of style. ¿Qué tal? Sí, buenísimo el trabajo en esto, ¿no? Los pantalones rotos y todo, con alpargatas. Eso sí es algo que en la novela no se ve tan bien. La pancita, que his belly looks like it's bulging and everything. And his package. His bulging package. But look at the rips and everything's beautiful. This is... Oh yeah, the details. It's like in Rome Total War, everyone lost their minds when they gave the legionnaires toes. They're like, you're wasting my processing power on toes. And everyone was outraged. Yeah, I was just saying we got really lucky that we didn't come yesterday.
yeah.
I can't get over how nice everyone is here as well. Everyone's really, really lovely. Ashleen, look. That'll put even the Land Rovers and Buicks to shame. ¿Qué tal las carretas? Mira carretas. Do you reckon they're in working order? Which one would you have? You like the proper Addams Family one? Well, look, there's kind of like decorations in there, so I'm guessing they do take them out. Yeah, creepy. Creepy paper. Like in Titanic. It's like in Titanic. Let's make out in there, Ashleen. Con la mano. Like the handprint in the...
El cuero, mira. Esto es importado, esto no son réplicas.
¿Cómo sabes que no son de acá?
No son réplicas.
Pero digo, ¿cómo sabes que no son hechas acá?
Porque por toda su construcción eso se puede ver.
Pero ¿no sería original de aquí de Colombia?
No, estas eran importadas. Hace
No, he's saying it
poco-
doesn't look like a replica, but he's saying, would it be imported from another country?
Hace unos días vi una que la
A few days ago, I saw
restauraron
another one that was
y la
restored,
trajeron desde
and they
Suiza.
brought it from Switzerland.
Y es
Pero más bonitas con patinas como estas.
This is going out during the summer.
Sí, este es para ir en verano. Este es proyecto de verano.
cabrón.
Yeah. And,
El cuero, mira. Esto es importado, esto no son réplicas.
¿Cómo sabes que no son de acá?
No son réplicas.
It must be a replica.
Que no son hechos acá.
Porque por toda su construcción eso se puede ver.
Pero no sería original de aquí de Colombia.
No, estos eran importados.
I wonder if it is a replica.
Hace
No,
poco
he's saying it
vimos-
doesn't.
It doesn't,
look like a replica,
no.
but he's saying would it be imported from another country?
hace unos días vi una que la
A few days ago, I saw
restauraron
another one that was
y la
restored,
trajeron
and
desde
they brought
Suiza.
it from Switzerland.
Y es
Pero más bonitas con patinas como estas.
This is going out during the summer.
Sí, este es para ir en verano. Este es proyecto de verano.
cabrón.
Yeah. Pues estuvimos muy de buenas que vinimos hoy, ¿sabes?
Sí, es que tienen la...
Yeah, let's go and have a look. There's so much to explore in this place. It's literally like a living museum. There's, wow. Molienda? ¿Qué es esto?
Un trapiche.
Trapiche. This is to squeeze sugarcane. And the operator would sit here. I mean, this is an old, like, saddle. But it's a saddle, but that's where they would work. But this is what you'd use to squeeze sugarcane. And you'd get, like, the sugary water from that. And you'd boil it, refine it, and then you'd get a panela, which is blocks of kind of like what almost looks like brown sugar. And then from that, you'd bleach it and stuff like that, and you get refined sugar. And this is where you'd boil. So once you got the juice from the sugar cane, that would come out, and you'd put them in here. And here you'd boil it and boil it and boil it until it turns almost like molasses.
Las melazas. ¿Sí?
So molasses would be made here, and then that would get poured out into small molds, and it was almost like bricks. And then that would be called panela, and then from that, it gets crushed afterwards and bleached, and like roasted and stuff. And then I'm not sure, no, not roasted. I think it just gets like bleached of like different processes, and then that's how you get white sugar. Or if you leave it without being bleached, that's how you get brown sugar. The reason I know so much about that is because I did a school project on it when I was in primary school. So I know all about it.
La cerveza para mandarla.
This is how you throw it, so Ashton, you have to recreate it. Better, dale. So this is the last thing we have time to see, because we do need to shoot off to Tunja. But this is the actual Portico. Yeah, take a few pictures there in front of it. Bueno, unas foticos y ya salimos. So there's lots of little event spaces all over the place, so we could hire, like, you know, to our heart's content. So can you imagine, they were just chucked it all. So this would have been one of many that they got rid of. And for all you train lovers, there's also a lovely train that goes right by the Portico. It's a gentleman here that's telling us to stop the car. There's a school going in there. Como que estaban en un plan de colegio. I think it's a school.